The model farm project that was implemented by the Region 5 RDC some years ago has come to an end. Now, farmers will return to their land to plant cash crops. More in this report. Under the last administration, a model farm was established in Region 5, where a number of individuals were employed to cultivate a variety of crops on a portion of land. The produce from these crops were sold within the region, and the excess were transported to other areas within the country for sale. The monies garnered from selling the produce went to paying the employees that worked on the farm and in establishing more cash crops. During the last Region 5 statutory meeting, Opposition Councillor Delon Crawford highlighted an observation that he made to the council, to which he sought some clarity.
Region in the past and see what the works are being done on the farmlands. Coconut tree has been removed and drains being dug, fence being pulled. You can't miss it.
The Regional Vice Chairman, Mr. Ryan Peters, arose before the council to brief the councillors on what transpired prior to the establishment of the model farm.
For those persons, very persons that the Honourable would have referred to occupying the land pre-2015, some of them would have occupied it for almost 20 years. They were forcefully removed, disrupting their livelihood in the process. Mr. Chairman, it is also public knowledge that those persons would have turned to the courts, Mr. Chairman. It was also public knowledge that those persons would have won their case, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, it is also public knowledge that those persons that the region had an obligation to implement the decision of the court. Hence, we see these persons returning to their lands, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Peters emphasized that
so it is also misleading for the Honourable Member to come here and speak about RDC project. So there was never a project of RDC on those lands, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
The Regional Chairman, Mr. Vichan Ramphal, briefly made these statements.
Councillor mentioned about trees, coconut trees being removed. I am not aware of that. I will have to do a site visit. As far as I know, no tree has been removed, more than part of the land being cleared there.
Councillor Crawford rose before the council once again to make this point.
The Honourable Member mentioned that the members were on there for 20 odd years. I don't know if he's suggesting because they're there for 20 odd years that the land is solely theirs. The lands are under the RDC. And when the administration took office, we see it fit to employ over 30 employees to work on those farmlands. Common knowledge, everybody knows that.
The chairman put the matter to rest when he made these closing remarks.
The previous regional executive officer who the farmers took to the court, a judgment was passed by the court for him to repay those farmers $10 million in damages to property. So I am saying this so council can understand that it's not a decision that was taken here to remove or to replace those farmers back on the land. Thank you very much.
The coconut trees were removed from the farmlands that are now being prepared by farmers for the cultivation of cash crops. Narima Ali, Channel 8 News.